Given all the tensions that we have been seeing between, in particular, Stockholm and Ankara, is the Swedish membership of NATO truly happening?
Yes, of course it is. I mean, we after all have 28 member states of the 30 who are already members of NATO have already ratified the applications from Sweden and Finland. So yes, of course, this is just a matter of time. I'm also very happy that we very recently got a message sent by my colleague, the Foreign Minister of Turkey, Mevlut Cavusoglu, to the effect that they are willing to continue with the talks within the joint permanent mechanism. That's good news, I think.
And given the recent earthquake in Turkey, are you concerned that actually Ankara might delay this process both for you and Finland?
No, as a matter of fact, I think the opposite. In a way, we have seen that the devastating consequences of Turkey means that for many months and perhaps years to come, Turkey will have to get aid from its neighbors and its friends. And of course, at this moment in time, it's very good to know that you can be dependent on friends. Sweden stepped in very early. I spoke with my colleague just before midnight on the evening of the earthquake, offering that Sweden would host a donors conference in Brussels as presidency of the European Union, which we are at the moment, and that will be done. And we are also sending good stuff to Turkey on a bilateral level together with other countries. So no, I think that we should see this actually as a moment of helping and aiding the Turkish people who are suffering from the consequences of this devastating and terrible earthquake.
So just to clarify, are you hoping that this help that Sweden is providing to Turkey will actually speed up your accession to NATO?
No, I don't see that kind of connection. That would be in a way very cynical to do. I look at it from the other point of view and see it as a matter of us having the presidency of the EU and doing what we are responsible for doing, namely to gather the member states in an effort to help the Turkish and the Syrian people also, which are suffering from this earthquake. But the NATO membership in itself is a process at the side, and we should see it like that.
And what's the timeline here? Are you still working under the assumption that Sweden will become a member of NATO in July at the NATO Summit?
Yes, that should be the goal. And the reason for it is that we have two reasons for it. One is that this is a moment in time when NATO can bring in new member states. And the second one is that there are military strategic points which has to be taken into consideration. Sweden and Finland have a joint interest in joining together because of a military situation here in the Baltic Sea region.
But Turkey has also made the comment, Minister, that perhaps they will actually approve the Finnish membership before they decide on the Swedish membership. Assuming that Turkey does do that, would you interpret that as Turkey saying that they don't want you in the NATO defense alliance?
I would rather like to look at it from the other point of view and say that, now we are in a process. It's very difficult for me as Foreign Minister of Sweden to speculate about this. After all, we have a trilateral memorandum that was signed during the summit of NATO in Madrid last year with Sweden, Finland and Turkey as members. That stipulates certain issues and certain conditions. We have worked to fulfill everything that we committed ourselves to do within the memorandum. Now it's a time for the Turkish Parliament to start the ratification process, and we believe that that is the right and proper thing to do. If we do what we have been expected to do, down to the question of delivering new legislation to the Swedish Parliament, which will happen very, very soon in time, in March, we have also done what we said that we were going to do.
So if Turkey asks you to do more, your answer will be no, we've done enough to join NATO?
Well, we have signed the memorandum, and the memorandum had 3 parties signing it, and it laid down very, very clear conditions. If we have fulfilled the conditions, what more is there to say?
And we have this important election in Turkey in a couple of months. If essentially the Turkish authorities do not approve your membership in the wake of this election, what happens? If Sweden does not join NATO in July, then will your membership just be in limbo forever?
Not forever. I mean, after all, we are talking about, as I said, 28 member states, among them the United States, who have in record speed, the fastest speed ever in the history of NATO.
28, Minister, with all due respect, is not the 30. You still need the other 2.
Yes, but 28 has still signed up, and this is very important because it also gives us a big leverage when it comes to the question of Sweden and Finland joining NATO. So although there are many moving parts in this, and I am not in a position to speculate about the outcome of a Turkish election, I would like to point to the fact that we are still many months away from Vilnius, and a lot of things can happen. And we still believe that if we have done what we said that we were going to do in Madrid, it is also time for the Turkish Parliament to start the ratification process, and that could be done even as we speak.
Now, President Putin said yesterday that he was going to end this nuclear arms deal with the United States. How do you assess the current security situation? Are you even more concerned about Russia posing a threat to Sweden?
Well, on that I would like to say that I think that Russia is making a big mistake in talking about leaving the New START agreement. I think that they should actually do the opposite. There is no reason for them to do so. But
hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.